I'm sure this is just scratching the surface, but again, the deeper you look, the more weird connections you can find in Leave the World Behind. There's a 76ers mug on Clay's bedside table that could be hinting at 1776 when the United States became an independent country. Later, they take Exit 76 to Point Comfort, which we mentioned earlier, but I see this as either leaving America or the end of it based on the ending of this movie, or it could be taking us on a tour of the horrors that America was built on. Again, referencing everything we mentioned in the xenophobia section. As they enter the rental house, there's a painting of evil eyes, a symbol in Middle East and North African cultures, used to fend off curses typically motivated by envy of others that can bring on bad things into their lives, much like Amanda scoffs at GH owning the house. Other paintings throughout the film actually change to show the chaotic nature and events escalating, as seen in the living room painting, becoming more and more distorted as the movie continues, much like the rising tide of events literally being symbolized by the rising tide on the wall of Amanda and Clay's master bedroom. Shirts tell us a lot about characters too, with Clay wearing a bikini kill shirt, representing the 90s punk band with their debut album called Pussy Whipped, which is no doubt his marriage dynamic. Archie is wearing a rock star shirt as he thinks that he is this big shot hot stuff, just walking around receiving bikini pics, thinking he just reels in the bitches, even scamming on the honeys on the beach and taking pictures of Ruth, but in reality he's just a loser cranking his little soldier boy. Yeah! The obey shirt is more like it, and that's exactly his mentality. He obeys the status quo and the events of his life. Now, on the other hand, Rose wears a NASA shirt, which symbolizes the youth having their heads up in the clouds and focusing on big out-of-this-world ideas rather than being grounded in the current moment, which is why she wants to watch Friends rather than panic that there's multiple Teslas out to kill her and her family. With writer and director Sam Esmail also being the creator of Mr. Robot, there are dozens of Easter eggs and references to the show, showing that this movie probably takes place in the same universe, and some of these cyber attacks could be explained by events in that series. E-Corp logos pop up on Amanda's laptop, along with the logos on the emergency supplies Danny is buying at the store, with the same supplies mentioning 5-9, which is a major hack in the Mr. Robot series, which is referenced again by GH and Ruth when they mentioned the cyber attacks in New Jersey a few years back. The book on Amanda's bedside table is Beach Towel, the same one written by Irving in Mr. Robot. And lastly, the one of the grandfather clocks shows 11:16, which appears heavily in Mr. Robot. But no worries, I will not spoil that series here for you. There's the hidden QR code hidden in the news broadcast map that we mentioned earlier. 1222 shows up a couple of times as well, which is referred to as the angel number, symbolizing fresh starts, which GH and Clay have to build towards after going to Danny's. The name of the bunker Rose finds is Commodus, referring to the Roman emperor of the same name, whose death resulted in the end of the Golden Age of Peace, spiraling Rome into chaos, much like we see in New York City at the end of this film. Color plays a massive role throughout this movie as well, with much of the Stanford surroundings and tangible goods being bathed in blue, encompassing security, trust, and relaxed feeling. While red obviously means danger, as seen on the flyers that fall from the sky and the hallway that Rose walks through, symbolizing the danger and chaos of the world at this point, changing to blue when she finds the bunker and is bathed in the blue screen of Friends. I also picked up on the Starbucks cup being white, along with all of the Teslas giving off a coldness, empty, sterile isolation feel, as that's one of the steps of the 3-step plan, but also ties in with the technology and corporations earlier that they want to isolate us to profit from that isolation and loneliness. Anyway, that is way too much on a movie that's about Tesla's malfunctioning and the US reverting back to the wild, wild west. So what did you think? What did you like? What any sort of theories or meaning or small things that you picked up that we maybe missed in this obnoxiously long breakdown of the movie? Drop everything in the comments below, and please subscribe. It really helps out the channel and motivates me to make more videos like this. And if you haven't, check out all of my other social media accounts: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and new Retro Rewind trailer in the description. So enjoy your day, week, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everyone.